Hello and welcome to the second part of our INFO.streams sessions, looking at the settings and features that can help you manage your parking facility with social distancing in place. In this session we will be looking at automatic payment machines. Automatic payment machines are a high contact device with users interacting with contact points almost every transaction. There are some very useful features in Parking.Logic that can reduce the need for these contact points or eliminate them altogether. If you missed our previous session, you can watch this on the APT SKIDATA YouTube channel. All of the info streams will be published on there, as well as any additional content video that we produce in the future. Please like and subscribe to the channel to make sure that you don't miss out. As with our previous session, the features we will go through will be available with our most recent versions of Parking.Logic, as well as our most common licensing models and hardware models. Once again, this means that if you want to use any of these features, you can start using them straight away. If you have any questions during this info stream, please pop them in the question box. We will go through the questions at the end. First of these settings we will take a look at is bonus minutes. Within the settings in Parking.Logic is a setting called bonus minutes. This allows you to add or remove a short amount of time on the end of each tariff band to allow for delays in payment, such as people queuing for the pay machine, for the lifts, for stairwells, any pinch points that people normally queue, which is increased with social distancing in place and the 2 metre rule. Nobody likes paying for time where they've spent it in a queue. So this option allows for a short, quickly changeable tolerance without the need to sit and go through your entire tariff band and rewrite every tariff. So, for example, your tariff is an hourly rate and your bonus minutes are set to 5 minutes. Customers goes to an automatic payment machine at 58 minutes and then queues for 4 minutes to pay, would go over the hour but would still be charged for the hour. In the same scenario, if somebody goes to the pay machine at 3 hours and 58 minutes and then queues for 6 minutes, again they would still only be charged for the up to 4 hour tariff band, not the 4 hours plus. In order to configure this feature, you must go into the main menu and then settings and open car parks. Each car park in your facility has its own bonus minutes that can be entered here. The time can be between 1 and 240 minutes. Really useful function that will save you a lot of complaints. The next function we will look at is remote validations. In our software we have the ability to send validations remotely to an automatic payment machine or an exit lane while a transaction is live. This saves the need for users to visit contacted validation points such as SWEB validators and thermal stamps. Validations can be activated via the control center program at the device once the ticket is inserted. This can be done by right-clicking on the device the customer is at and then selecting Activate Validation. A drop-down list will appear and simply select the validation you wish to apply. This function can be configured as active or inactive for each car park at your facility, as well as restricted to validation providers. In order to enable this, you'll need to set the following parameters. The validation itself needs to have validation via control center allowed. You also then have to enable this in both the automatic payment machine settings and in the column settings. Now let's take a look at another way to reduce contact points. Automatic receipts. Automatic pay machines have the ability to issue a receipt automatically at the end of each transaction without the need for somebody to press the receipt button. The one disadvantage of this is it prints a receipt for every transaction, so you may find a lot of receipts build up around the pay machines. This setting can be enabled simply by going into Parking Facility and enabling the tick box for automatic receipt. However, if this doesn't suit, there is also the option of electronic receipts. The principle of this is that the customer could contact you post-transaction, ask for their receipt, give you their details of when they paid, and you can send an email to them with that receipt on it in PDF format. This does require some quite technical configuration, setting up the mail server, that sort of thing, so you'll need to contact our service desk and speak to our technical department about setting this up for you. We have the option of reducing the need to insert the ticket into the coding unit. This reduces a lot of risk and a lot of cross-contamination of people handling tickets. Instead, the ticket can be scanned at a print-at-home scanner. If this is installed, if it's not installed, sorry, this feature isn't available. And it's only available from Parking.Logic version 10 and above. To enable this, go into the main menu and then Service. It won't be somewhere you're that familiar with, and then go into System Settings. In this menu, select the Advanced tab and simply place a tick in the box, Print at Home SD cards. Once that's set, you can now get your customers to scan in the Print at Home reader instead of the coder. One very important point on this menu is quite a critical menu with some quite impactful settings for your facility if they're changed. Chances are it's only going to be your system administrators on site that can access this. Please don't change anything else in this menu without first contacting APT SKIDATA. These are just some examples of how you can make life easy for yourself and safer for yourself, and easier and safer for your customers. In our next session, we will take a look at some of the new hardware and solutions that are available that will certainly aid with social distancing. Before we go to questions, there's one other thing that can make a huge difference to protect you and your customers during the current crisis. Internal components such as coin acceptors and note acceptors and coding units are contact points. People hold the ticket, place the ticket in the device, process repeats, same with coins and notes, and there's a lot of cross-contamination. It would be just the same as if they had physically put their hand in the device and touched the inside of the device. A big thing you can do to make a difference with this is quick, regular cleans of the internals. So the coder, the coin tester, and the note reader with an IPA wipe. The simple wipe down will make a huge difference. IPA is safe to use on the internals as well as the external touch points, all the buttons, etc. The other benefit of this is cleaner a machine is, the better it runs. So it's a massive thing, the difference you can make your facility if you increase your cleaning regime at the moment. Our service department can provide you with the correct cleaning equipment. Just get in touch with them and they will tell you what you need. And we can provide training on how to carry out that cleaning from our training department. Now we're going to pass to Roseanne, who has been looking at some of your questions.
Thank you, Steve. We've had some good questions in. Let's start with number one. How do bonus minutes affect reports?
Bonus minutes don't have a huge impact on your reports. There's very little change will happen with that. It won't affect where things sit in feed group analysis. It won't affect where they sit in your parking duration groups, because the duration that people are paying for is the duration minus the bonus minutes. So bonus minutes don't have an effect on that.
If remotely validating, what do we do if the ticket is already validated?
Thank you, Roseanne. If the ticket has already been validated, it depends on your configuration of the validation type, whether it allows for additional validations. contact training, we can go through that more in depth with you.
Can automatic receipts be set for just card payments?
Yes, you can if you have the software module, credit cards, debit cards, that enables you to select that only credit cards get the automatic receipt and not cash payments. Thank you for the questions. I do apologise if we didn't get a chance to go through your questions. We will follow up with these, so if you find out this video on the YouTube channel, the questions will be answered in the comments. Thank you for joining this session. If you'd like to learn more about the setup of Parking.Logic, please contact training@aptskidata.co.uk. If you'd like more information on our products and services, please contact our sales team, sales@aptskidata.co.uk. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next session.